Hey folks, what's going on? Tax Jovendrake is finally back. Yes, it's that time of the year once again, and well, first and foremost, I hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas and everything. But it was interesting because a couple days ago, my girlfriend said, you should make videos more often. Yeah, she's one that speaks the truth. But anyway, I want it I want it, no, I wanted to briefly talk about the last video that I did, which was a performance sort of guitar video of me basically doing the Greensleeves variation, sort of a jazz fusion a variation of it. Now, this piece, Greensleeves, I looked it up, and according to Wikipedia, and I know Wikipedia isn't always accurate, with these things you gotta take with a grain of salt. But there's some interesting information that I could find on Wikipedia about Greensleeves. Now, we don't really know who exactly wrote that piece. But there are people who believe that it might have been composed by Henry the Eighth. But the general belief is that because the piece Greensleeves was written in the style of this Italian sort of compositional method or style or whatever, that didn't reach England until after the death of Henry VIII, we're pretty much in a clear to say that it was probably written by somebody else. There you go. What's interesting about this piece of music is that there are a few different variations, and that kind of gives a musician a certain sense of freedom when trying to rearrange things. And in my case, what I did was I kind of decided to go for the jazz fusion-y sort of thing, and I was able to pick the variation that already existed, that I found would work best in that sort of a jazzy sort of context, and that's what I did basically. And I actually had this idea for a long time, maybe for a year or two. I know at least a year, because I remember last year when I did that Finnish Christmas song, Varpunen. Okay, let me pronounce this one right. Varpunen jouluaamuna, right? Right? Is that right? Okay, so this piece, it's a Finnish, old Finnish piece. But anyway, I decided to do this one for last Christmas. After my girlfriend said, "Hey, maybe you should do this one." So I'm like, "Hey, sure, no problem." Yeah. But prior to that, I actually was like thinking, maybe I'll just do Greensleeves and sort of funky, jazzy fusion type sort of thing. And I got sidetracked. But this year I was able to sort of get back to that original plan, and yeah, so that's what I did. Now, if you haven't watched the video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to include the link to it down in that description section, so that you can check it out and you can find the link there and you can click on it, you can watch the video, and if you like it, then that's cool. And if you have watched it already, then well, I appreciate that. Thank you very much for watching it, and if you liked it, then that's cool. Yeah, but now, if you listen to the song, this version of Greensleeves, you'll realize that it sounds totally different from the original version of it. And yeah, but that's kind of the whole point of it for me, because I don't necessarily want to take something like an existing piece of music and just kind of repeat it, you know. So I want to, you know, be creative with it, you know, and I want that piece of music to be kind of like a tool, and I, you know, where, you know, tool where I would use the other types of tools that I have, which would be my, you know, the knowledge that I have of music, you know, like music theory and all that, and I would sort of turn that piece of music into something else, and that's what I've always done with my, you know, my Christmas song covers. Anyway, so yes, it sounds different from the original, so I kind of felt like calling it Greensleeves would be wrong, or yeah, it didn't fit. So I decided to call it Greensleevish. Yeah. Okay, so that's pretty much the story behind the Tax Jovendrake version of Greensleeves, also known as Greensleevish. Uh, yeah, but anyway, let's move on to the actual season's greetings message segment. Ooh, finally, man, I rambled on a lot. I do that. But anyway, yes, it does appear that I seem to repeat the same things every year. And, you know, and I do feel like they are important, and that's, you know, the reason why I, you know, I have a tendency to repeat them. So let me say them again, because yes, they are important. Um, I'm sure a lot of you are going to be partying, you know, because the new year is coming up and all that stuff. So there's going to be a lot of parties that, you know, you might be going to, or whatever, or maybe you might be hosting a party. Um, and I just want to say that you know, having fun is cool. You know, that's cool. You know, have fun. Partying hard is cool. That's fine. That's totally fine. But also be responsible and safe, and, you know, like, don't you know, don't drink and drive, or anything that might be dangerous, that sort of things. So be safe, but also have a good time is basically what I'm trying to say, right? And I'll try to do the same myself. And that's pretty much it. So uh, let's see if I can make a new video soon enough. I do have some ideas, because I recently picked something up, and I want to feature that in a video. Yeah, so that might happen soon. I don't know if I'm going to be making a new video this year, but like, maybe I will. And if not, then it's going to be like, you know, soon, like next year, like January. So, okay. So with that, I shall be ending this video. Take care, guys. One love.